And we are back with the series Women Who Owned New Orleans, and this is episode 10. In this episode, we're going to focus on Eliza Jane Nicholson. And I got to be honest with y'all, anybody from Louisiana probably had the same reaction. When you heard Eliza Jane, you probably thought, was she the one the song was made after? Apparently, according to my research, the song was not about her. But we're going to get into Eliza's story because it is just as fantastic as the song is. Eliza Jane was born into a wealthy foresting and lumbering family in Mississippi, and she chose to move to New Orleans despite her family's objections. And she began writing as a journalist for a New Orleans newspaper. She often used the pen name Pearl Rivers. She would later marry the owner of the Picayune newspaper in New Orleans, and upon his death, she inherited the building and the newspaper operations. Now, upon her inheriting the newspaper, it was actually in debt by about $80,000. In today's money, that would be about $2 million of debt that she inherited. But instead of selling the Picayune newspaper, she chose to revitalize it and expand its operations, expanding it beyond the capacity of the original building on Camp Street, the 300 block of Camp Street to be precise, into additional buildings next door and also the building behind it facing Magazine Street. How did she do that? She did it by adding in additional sections. She added in a women's section, a children's section. She expanded it to have culture and society articles, thus expanding its readership and also its marketability to businesses in the area that were looking for promotions. So essentially, she took a failing business and turned it into a highly profitable one. And in fact, the business remained in her family until the 1900s. It was a in the end, it was sold in about 1967 to a major publishing corporation. In addition to her work revitalizing a major business and cultural entity like the Picayune, she was also involved in creating the Louisiana Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in 1884, and she was a founding member of the Louisiana Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. It was launched in 1892, and it continues to operate today as the Children's Bureau of New Orleans. And today, if you're interested in stopping by the real estate that Eliza Jane actually owned, you can pass by Picayune Place, which is an alleyway that passes between the buildings that she owned facing Camp Street and Magazine Street. And you can also check out the building where the Picayune newspaper operations were on that 300 block of both Camp and Magazine. And also, guys, you could stay at the luxurious hotel named after Eliza Jane. The Eliza Jane Hotel is located at 315 Magazine Street. That's 315 Magazine Street. Check out these images. Now, I looked at a lot more images, and I don't know about y'all, but I think I might just have to schedule me a little staycation because this hotel looks fabulous. And I personally think Eliza Jane would agree. And once again, here we are in episode 10 of The Women Who Owned New Orleans. And we're seeing yet again how a woman, this particular woman, Eliza Jane, she was born into a wealthy family that just wanted her to marry wealthy and live the domestic life. And she's like, no, I want to do something different. And this is what's so important. The more that we provide opportunity to everyone. She wanted to be a writer. She wanted to be a business owner. She wanted to own property. Like she had this vision of doing something different than just being somebody's wife, right? This is what that looks like giving opportunity. And for her, she had to take that opportunity, right? So in this situation, she had limitations and she's like, no, forget this. I am going to live my life the way that I want to live it. And that is what this series is all about, inspiring you to look whatever struggles you have in the face and say, I am still going to achieve because I want to. Once again, this is Jessica Bordelon, Realtor for Louisiana, and you've been watching Women Who Own New Orleans. Be sure to share these videos far and wide so that their names can get known by many, many more people and inspire